At the beginning of yesterday's video, I said I'm staying mostly liquid. I'm not going to be putting too many coins in the cards. I'm only going low budget, out of pack investments. And the reason for that was I wasn't sure how the market was going to react to all of the supply from ones to watch with the new promo packs, and you've got the new OTW cards, and we even saw FUT Heroes on the same day. Well, it turns out it doesn't react well at all. Yes, guys, another market crash this early in FIFA. We've never seen anything like it before. The market is so volatile at the beginning of FIFA 22 in comparison to other years where it generally just kind of did that for the first few weeks. Well, in FIFA 22, it's doing that. It's a lot more unpredictable, and multiple times a day a card might rise and drop and rise and drop. So if you guys are asking me which day to sell, well, it kind of comes down to the hour at this point. Anyways, guys, today we're going to be talking about how the market has opened up so much more opportunity for you to spend your coins and make good investments, because at this point there was so much panic selling on Friday when Ones to Watch dropped that even cards that weren't even in packs were getting panic sold, which, if you think about it, makes almost no sense to the people that were selling those cards. However, it makes a lot of sense for us to go pick up some of those deals now, and I'll show you one that I got in on. However, there were even cards that I suggested to you guys that didn't work out too well going into this promo, like Daniel Malin. He went out of packs. However, the panic selling was so big on him from investors that he dropped about 900 coins, which you might not think that's a lot. That is a lot of coins on a card that is already that low in price. So if you got in on Daniel Malin a little bit early, like I got in very early on Federico Valverde as an investment, and it was too early. I actually lost coins on that card if I sold right now. However, I beg you not panic sell, because if you panic sell, that guarantees your loss, and you're not even allowing the market to correct itself. Because if you allow it to correct itself, a lot of times you'll end up making a little bit of profit anyway, or at the very least get your coins back. So hopefully this is going to be a very, very educational video for you guys, and hopefully you can learn from some of the mistakes that we've made over the last 12 hours. Let's hop right into it. An update from the last video, we did sell that Balak, and here's the thing about that Balak, guys. Another card I picked up at a very unfortunate time. Not really an investment card, it was just a flip. I got it for 650,000 coins, and if you think about the tax on this card, well, I barely made any profit on it. However, I did make profit, and if you compare it to the fact that his card dropped so low today, and I wasn't able to sell it overnight last night. And if you guys didn't know, you might not be in my streams, my web app has not unlocked yet, and a lot of you guys might be in the same boat. Well, I was out all day today. I was not home. I was not on my console. I was looking at this Balak, trying to list him onto the market, and I couldn't because my web app wasn't unlocked on my companion app. Well, this Balak here, I'll go ahead and show you guys his little graph that happened today, because it was not pretty, and it was very disappointing, because I knew that I could sell a card this morning, and I could get him out of my club for what I got him for before the drop in price. Well, if you take a look at the daily graph, if I bought him for 650,000 coins, well, that's a pretty good deal, and that's why I picked him up and I tried to flip him. But if you take a look at yesterday's graph on him, well, he got down to less than 600,000 coins. In fact, I saw him at 560,000 coins at one point as I continued to check Futbin, freaking out about my coins all day while I couldn't list the card. Well, he got down really, really low, and when I got home, he was about 620,000 coins. And, well, I wasn't going to list him then because he's already dropped in price. I got to wait for him to recover. Well, over the course of the last few hours, he has recovered in price, just like all the other cards will throughout the week. In fact, he's already up to 700,000 coins, and I was able to sell my card for 690,000 coins. So you might say, oh, you only made like 5,000 coins on that card. And that's true. It wasn't a successful flip. It was the fact that I got out of an investment with no loss because I didn't panic. I didn't panic sell this card whatsoever. I said, you know what? Everybody's panicking right now. The market is down. I wish I would have waited to buy him, for sure. But I'm not going to be part of the panic selling. I'm not going to contribute to that, and I'm not going to take the losses on this card. I waited only a few more hours, and I was able to get my coins back, and actually a little bit of profit on that card. So that is a testament to being patient pays off guys. So this Valverde, it's a card that I picked up for about, I believe it was 38,000 coins, 39k on all of those cards. And if you take a look at Valverde now, he's actually less than 40,000 coins still, but he's actually less than what I bought him for, 37k. So he's about 2,000 coins less than what I bought all the cards for, and if you consider the taxes, another about 2,000. I'm losing 4k per card. That's 20k on those cards. However, I did sell 2 of them to lazy buyers. The lazy buyers are really out in full force right now. We've got the Richarlison, we've got the Felipe Andersons right there, and we'll talk about those in a second. So why not list them for 45,000 coins? And I've got those up for 6 hours right now. The next investment that I want to talk about to you guys is Saul. He's an out-of-pack investment, guys. And last night, if you take a look at his graph as well, and we'll go ahead and shoot on over to Futbin, Saul actually got all the way up to about 3,000 coins last night at one point. If you take a look at the hourly graph at yesterday, he was up at about 2,800 according to Futbin. Let's see what he was on Thursday. Yeah, still about 2,800. And then today, he got all the way down. This was panic selling. He's not even in packs at this point. He wasn't even in packs when he went from 2,800 to 2,000 coins. Not even in packs. Can you believe that? How much panic were these people experiencing to sell a card that's out of packs for so low in comparison to what it was just a few hours before? It's crazy, and I totally understood why. And I actually waited to buy those Sauls. I could have picked them up for 2,800, but I waited on those Sauls, and that was another opportunity that opened up for us. And, well, I picked up a bunch of them for 2,000 coins right here, and got one with Shadow there for 2,500. So I got 24 of them there. Oh, but that's not it. I've got plenty more of those Sauls on my transfer list right here. You can see I filled up my transfer list with pretty much all of my investments. It's at 100 right now, so I don't have too much space. But that's not it either. I've got 42 more of them on my unassigned right now, and those cards, again, 2,000 to 2,200 on all of them. And right now, he's already recovered from about 2,000 coins up to 20. It was like 2,400 last time I checked. And I'm not selling. I'm absolutely not selling. The Saul card is out of packs. There's absolutely no reason that in about 4 days, this card will be over, or will be under 3,000 coins. There's no shot that he'll be under 3K in about 4 or 5 days, because he's going to be out of packs for another 7, so or 6 by the time you're watching this video. So I'm pretty comfortable with holding on to these Sauls. I'll try to get them out of my unassigned, because that's annoying and I can't open packs. However, if I can get them on my transfer list, I'll just have them sit right there. The Felipe Anderson update, I've got a couple of them to sell for nearly 9,000 coins now. We got them for 2.6 if you guys haven't been following our last few videos. These out-of-pack investments, guys, although it might seem very easy and simple and straightforward, sometimes it doesn't need to be the most unbelievably clever trade to make yourself a bunch of profit, guys. I might be repetitive with these out-of-pack investments. However, if they're working for me as well as they are, why would I stop doing those investments and showing them to you? Felipe Anderson is now 7,700 coins, maybe 78. I could probably sell very comfortably, and I'm selling them to lazy buyers for nearly 9,000 coins right now. I've got 24 of them. I spent about 57k on those cards, and I'm making over 200,000 coins in return. If you think about the return on investment on that, it could end up being one of the best percentages on our investments this year. Now, the out-of-pack investments are going to continue to get less and less profit in terms of return on investment as we get through the weeks. However, it's still going to work over the course of the next, I'd say, 4 to 5 weeks before it becomes kind of irrelevant. At that point in the year, after you get 3 or 4 or 5 weeks in, the out-of-pack investments don't rise nearly as much when they're out of packs, because there's just too much supply in people's clubs. They've been in packs for quite a while, so them going out of packs is not going to really shoot them up in price like it did with Felipe Anderson. I don't think it'll even happen with Saul. I think there's too many people that have investments in Saul for him to get up to 9,000 coins. However, I really genuinely see this card getting over 3,000 coins with no problem whatsoever. And the Locatelli, I picked him up for 1,200 at the most, and I think right now he's already recovered back up to over 1,200 coins. I picked those cards up yesterday, which is a testament to the fact that he actually survived the panic selling as a non-rare card, and he's already up to 1,500 coins. We're actually in the profit range already for Locatelli, and of course I'm not going to sell for 100 coins profit or 200 coins profit per card. I'm looking for at least 1,000 per card. I've got, I think, like 40 to 60 of them. I have not counted, but I just bought a bunch of them and threw them on the transfer list, and I'm really expecting these to all work out, because at this point, after we've seen all the panic selling, well, there's not really going to be any more instances of that in the next couple of days, which is why I think these are the best opportunities for investments over the next 12 hours. If you can pick those cards up and you can just hold on to them for a few days, you're almost guaranteeing yourself some profit. I actually uploaded a video last week. The thumbnail said triple your coins in a week, and a lot of people commented saying that I don't need to clickbait my videos. Guys, that's not clickbait at all. That triple on the coins with that Felipe Anderson, it might be quadruple, all right? So it's very serious, guys. I'm not actually joking about when I say I can triple your coins on an investment. I'm not joking on that. Now, Saul is not going to triple your coins on an investment. I'm telling you that right now. I don't believe he's going to hit 6K, but I definitely believe he's going to hit 3, and he might hit 4 if we're lucky. So that's what we're going to be waiting on right now. If we take a look at the market in terms of the higher rated investments, again, I would suggest going with the out-of-pack investments, guys. I know it's repetitive, but it adds another factor to your investment that only can help, right? You can find a meta card that everybody's hyping up. You can find, you know, yourself a Timo Werner, an Ousmane Dembele, a Bruno Fernandes, a Renato Sanchez. All those cards are super meta. I do believe they will rise throughout the week. However, if you can find a card that has that meta value to it, but it's also out of packs, it only adds another aspect to the trade. In this early in the game, you've got to be looking for the cards that check all the boxes for you, and that's just another box to check. So when you look at this, maybe a Hakimi would be a better high-range investment for us. There he is right there, right at the end. Hakimi right now is going for 160,000 coins, capped at 220 currently on PlayStation. It's not a big deal on what cards are capped at. Just remember that if you do look at a card that is capped close to what its current price is, you will have to wait for EA to update the price range. However, it doesn't often affect its price all that much. Price ranges, you might think, well, if Hakimi was priced at 11,500 and it was capped at 100,000 coins, you might think he'd only be 80K. That's not how an open market works. It generally just goes extinct, and that's exactly what it did. So Hakimi at 160,000 coins, you're looking at a card that's already risen a lot, but that is because he was capped at 120. He was actually kind of extinct at this price, so these are not the most accurate in terms of the graph right there. You're looking at a card that was extinct at 120,000 coins for those days. You take a look at the hourly graph. He got as low as 145 today. That's when you wanted to pick up. He's a little bit high right now. I would look to try to get him for a little bit cheaper, but he is out of packs. I can see him continuing to rise, especially as we exit the weekend. I'm not saying that it's going to be a 24-hour flip, but it could definitely end up working out for you. I think 160 is pushing it, though. I wouldn't buy him for that much. He's a little bit up in price because it's so late at night when I'm recording this video. So just be careful with that Hakimi. We've got some of the informs that are currently out, and those cards took a big hit because obviously they're in packs right now. But we've seen how the cards like Vinicius Jr. and Sarr have risen out of their team of the week. And Vinicius Jr., funny enough, actually did drop in price a ton today. Zakaria is 46,000 coins right now on PlayStation. And if you take a look at his hourly graph, he started at about 60,000 coins. He dropped all the way down to 45K during the crash. And actually, after the crash, he's continued to drop. So he's actually at a low point right now at 45,000 coins. I'm not saying he won't get a little bit more lower, but I'm saying after he goes, after Wednesday hits, he probably is going to follow a similar trend to what, Ismail Assar has followed after he left PAX, who's at 40,000 coins right now. And then Vinicius Jr., I think is at 100 or 220. He's actually a little less than that right now, but you can see they didn't really get hit. They didn't really get hit by the market crash. If they did, it was like an hour. Yeah, they took a little bit of a hit. You know, he was a 215. He went down to 200, went right back up. Didn't really get affected all that much. So these cards that aren't in packs, obviously, they held the market crash a lot better than the cards that were in packs because the supply just wasn't affecting them. Another thing I want to talk about to you guys today is the hero cards that did drop today, FUT Heroes, and these cards are some of the coolest cards I've ever seen, and there's no doubt that people are hyped about them. If you take a look at their prices, even the ones in the Saudi League that are really tough to link, Al Haber is going for over 60,000 coins. If I had to suggest one thing to you guys, it would probably be stay away, because they're just so expensive right now. Although they do have a lot of value similar to icon cards. The problem is, guys, they've only been out for a few hours now, guys, and there's still a lot of supply to be seen. It's going to be... We'll have to, I guess, see how easy it is to pack these kind of cards, because if they're very hard to pack, then maybe we could see a rise on them. It's just a very risky play. I would suggest probably sticking